Right.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Subira Folame, and
Hi, everybody. This is ShakaGuru.
hey.
Hey, how are you, sister?
I am good. I am good. Here we are, day 3
Yeah,
of our vlogging
yeah.
for the IIKDS Apprentice Diviner program. So let's jump right in. Today it's going to be a short show, guys. We're going to make this short and sweet for you.
Mhm.
So the first thing we want to go over, as always, is our dreams from last night. My dream, again, very elusive. Basically, there were people in my dream from my distant past, like from 20 years ago. And we were going to some sort of ceremony, either a wedding or a funeral. I can't remember which. I do remember me running around trying to figure out what clothes I was going to wear, specifically whether I was going to wear. There's this one outfit that I have that was actually brought over from Ghana to a friend of mine who lives in Toronto. And he gave this to me. He gifted this to me some years ago. So I was trying to coordinate if I was wearing this outfit, this particular outfit, or another outfit. Also, there was a woman who was like my little sister. Like I said, 20 years ago, her family was someone I was very close to. And she was crying. She had been in a relationship for 20 years or something, she was telling me, and she wasn't sure whether she wanted to stay in it. That's what I can remember now. Not a lot, but that's what I can remember at this point from last night. How about you, Shaka?
Well, I didn't actually have any dreams last night, but my wife did. So,
Mm.
I guess if it happens in the household, and you know, it goes back to what we were talking about yesterday with the exchange of, material, fluids, environment, sharing things.
Mm-hmm.
Creates a whole different thing. So she had a dream where she was riding down a path by a river, and she was on a bicycle, and um, she said that she ran over a pink snake. It was the color of like a red snapper fish. And
Hmm.
she said that it was extended across the tire, and she fell off the bike.
Woo!
Um,
I would have too.
she walked away, and she went to maybe a house on the river. It could have been a house on the lake. And uh, essentially, what happened was eventually somebody brought the bike back to uh,
Mm.
to the house, the cabin on the lake, and that was the story. But um, what's interesting about it is, based upon what I was thinking last night, my thought process when when we were talking on the call is, and then it went back to environment, which we had a conversation about yesterday. Uh, there are different days for different dreams, so different messages come through based upon, some people will look at it astrologically. So there's a certain environment for each day.
Mm-hmm.
See, so
Yeah.
Friday has its environment, Saturday has its environment, and so does Monday and Tuesday. So the fact that today is Tuesday, which from an astrological standpoint, we won't give any of the Woonies or um, the specific pantheon that we acknowledge, that the Dagombas acknowledge. But Tuesday is more related to Mars, which is a war, kind of like aggression, um, protection, physicality, sight sort of day. And uh, it's interesting that this dream that she had was about about number one is about sight. It was on the path and all of that, but it was also kind of like an attack. And as you know, uh, with some of the tools that we have available to us, we can go in there when we get a dream like this and kind of act, you know,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and protect. specifically as it relates to the dream or the message that's coming through. So it's I tried to call you last night. Well, not call. I tried to message you last night. I don't know if you got it. And I was asking you if you had already fed the genie.
I did see that message late last night, and I was halfway into La La Land.
Right. Well, that was a specific environment that I was going to discuss with you, just to do an experiment. Because you had told me the day before that you were having trouble remembering your dream.
Yes.
So Monday kind of speaks to that. Monday speaks to memory.
Monday speaks to memory. Okay.
And emotions and feelings and things of that nature. So I was going to, see if it also I think in Yoruba culture, Ifa, it is Monday is related to Eshu or Legba.
Yeah,
so,
open the way.
Exactly. So
interesting that your wife would have a dream about a path.
Exactly. That too.
That she was on a path.
That she was on. That she was on a path. Exactly. So, all of those things made sense, and so it almost gave character to the dream. So, me interpreting the dream, it's no longer just about the dream. When did it happen? Which day? And then it gets to the point, if you get good, what hour? Because every day, I put this on my Facebook, every day has its hour.
Yes. Wow. Deep. And I am interested in talking, maybe these last 10 minutes, we can talk about how our environments have actually expanded. I was thinking about the fact that we, in this practice with Tim and Bukata, we're actually learning to collect medicine, but consciously, because really we have been collecting medicine since the womb. We have collected from our mothers. We've collected DNA from mother, DNA from father. We've collected minerals and everything we needed to assemble this body that we came out into the world with. And then when you come out into the world, it's like we are unconsciously collecting as children. Like, oh, I get a cue that if I cry, they're going to respond, come pick me up. That's the medicine I need to pacify myself until we get a pacifier, So a whoopee, a blanket, or what have you. So I'm getting now how in different relationships that we're in, different conversations that we're in, we're collecting information, data from all over. And then as we grow, it's almost like, this is just how I'm understanding. It's almost like there's this encasement over, I'll make it personal to me. So I grow, the encasement would be, let's say, a flower pot. So in the soil, collecting all the things I need to grow. There comes a point where my roots start expanding and get too big for this particular pot. That pot may be a particular relationship, even with myself. And I have to actually break out of that pot because I need a larger space. Because I've collected so much medicine that's enabled me to expand, to grow. And then you were relaying that to even our dreams. So in other words, who we are expands to have an impact on the people around us. So I may not individually have a dream last night, or may not have a dream that I remember, but just the fact that my vibration is getting larger, the people in my space may have a dream. It's like I am them. I am with them. Can't say I am them, but to an extent, maybe we are them. And
Yep.
we begin to dream through their mind. So talk. What do you think about that? I mean, it's just a little esoteric something that came to me, but what do you think about that?
I agree. I think it speaks of a couple of things. One is responsibility. So when you are responsible, like when you think of yourself as the person that mops the floors, they have a certain responsibility and they have this, certain limitation. That's like the plant in the pot. But then there are these people who have greater responsibilities. They're responsible for not only families, but communities. Not only communities, but states and countries and nations. Not only nations, but planets, solar systems, universes, etc. So if you are as big as a universe spiritually, your responsibilities, then everything within that universe, all of the moving parts and pieces you're going to impact those things. It's almost as if you're a sun in the center. So some people are suns and they have no planets around them. Okay. Some people are they talk about the central sun, and the central sun, I can't remember the name of it. It's Alpha Centauri, I think that's the central. But anyway, there's the sun in the middle of the galaxy, at least as far as science knows. And what is its responsibility to our sun? You see? So the bigger you expand, the more you expand from whatever center it is, all of those things that are around you are going to give you information. You see? So yeah, I agree with you entirely.
And the interesting thing is that we only know about our galaxy.
Right. There you go.
Other galaxies are out there that we don't even know about. That's one thing. Excuse me. Another thing, and how many minds are in those galaxies. And we can come back later and talk about what is a mind, explore that on another conversation. But I was going somewhere with that. This whole idea, you used a word that I think is really important and will become more important to the people who join us on these morning conversations, these morning musings. This idea of pieces, particularly as diviners. So you use the word pieces, all the moving parts and pieces that exist, whether it's, in our immediate household, our the larger community, whether it's the region, the state, the East Coast or West Coast. I mean, all of these things, this whole expansion, and the more that we expand, the more pieces we're collecting more pieces, more medicine that will begin to orbit around us. And that we are orbiting around others. So wow, something interesting to think about, especially as in this process, what we're doing to learn to divine more accurately, learn to see more clearly and hear more clearly the pieces that are moving around us in life, as well as on our mat, which is just a representation of the life we're moving through. Exactly.
And that's one of, just to bring it back to what you do on Monday. With the seeds.
Yeah.
You are inviting participation and interchange. Specific though. Now there's a difference. What we talked about yesterday was conscious and unconscious, intentional or unintentional. Somebody in a porta potty, somebody with the seeds, and saying, hey, these seeds mean this, these seeds mean this. This is these seeds. It's coming to the door, versus somebody, who may have a certain blessing, but may unknowingly give it up.
Right.
By whatever action or means, So that conscious creation of that environment is by collecting information and expanding or amplifying yourself, your star, brightening your star is it's a concept that's very difficult, I think, for a lot of people to get, but hopefully with these discussions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to get Chief on one morning and maybe just talk about the basics of what is a star.
Mm-hmm.
What is, just these basic concepts so people can start to understand, and so that we can even understand more deeply these fundamentals that we're working with.
Agreed.
In our dreams and in life. So awesome. All right. Well,
short and sweet.
Yeah. But you're good today? You're good?
I'm good.
Good. The baby that's on his way is good?
Baby good.
Mama good?
Mama good.
Excellent.
Everybody good.
Yeah. Excellent. Awesome.
How about you? How's the house?
It's good. There's a whole new configuration. The vibration is shifted a little bit, and it's good.
That's good.
It's good. It's certainly I'm a custodian of a new being in the house, and
responsibility.
I got to look back and say, wow, how did I get here? I remember my first day at college.
Right.
And and now I'm creating a safe space for someone who's starting out on a new path for herself. So yeah, it is heightened responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm enjoying it.
That's good.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, my friend. Well, it is 9:19, and I want to be mindful of your time. Sure. We will be back here tomorrow morning to have some more morning musings.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. All right.
All right, my friend. Peace. Okay, bye-bye.